no choice, did I? I'm a woman. Women are obliged to be far more skillful than men because whoever wastes time cultivating an essential skills? You think you put as much ingenuity into winning as we do into losing. Well, that's debatable, I suppose. But from then on, you hold the ace in every pack. You can do away with us whenever the fancy takes you. All we can do by denouncing you is to enhance your prestige. We can't even get rid of you when we want to. We're compelled to unstitch painstakingly what you would just cut through. No, we have to devise some way of making you leave us. That way you feel too guilty to harm us. Or find some other reliable means of blackmail. Otherwise, you can ruin our lives and our reputations with a few well-chosen words. So, of course I had to invent, not only myself, but ways of escape that no one, not even I, had ever thought of. You have to be quick enough on your feet to learn how to improvise. And I've succeeded. Because I've always known that I was born to dominate your sex and avenge my own. When I came into society, I'd already realized that my role, namely standing silently and doing as I was told, gave me the perfect opportunity to listen. Not to what people told me, which naturally held no interest, but to what people were trying to hide. I practiced detachment. I learned to smile pleasantly while under the table I stuck a fork into the back of my hand. I became not merely impenetrable, but a virtuoso of deceit. Needless to say, no one told me anything in those days. When it wasn't pleasure I was after, it was knowledge. But when I told my confessor, upon furthering my knowledge, that I'd done everything, his reaction was so appalled. I began to get a sense of how extreme pleasure might be. No sooner had I made my discovery than my mother announced my marriage. So I was able to contain my curiosity and arrived in Monsieur de Montoy's arms, a virgin. Montoy gave me little cause for complaint, and when he became something of a nuisance, he very tactfully died. I spent my year of mourning completing my studies. I consulted novelists on what I could get away with. Well, someone didn't listen to rule number 1. I consulted novelists on what I could get away with, the strictest moralists as to how to behave, and philosophers on what to think. And in that, I completed my work. Only flirt with those you intend to refuse. This gives you a reputation of invincibility, while slipping away with the lover of your choice. A poor choice is far less dangerous than an obvious one. Never write letters. Get them to write letters. Always be sure they think they're the only